So what's up, YouTube? Today we got a video where we're gonna clean Kiki's enclosure. So as you can see, it's Kiki. It's my BCI boa, Albino. She's really cool. She just shed yesterday. I did a whole video on that. She still had a little stuck shed on her. You can kind of still see it a little bit, but it's really coming off, and I feel like she'll be able to just rub it off herself. I don't want to put her in a bath or anything. I don't think. I think she'll be fine. But yeah, so today we're gonna clean her enclosure and then I think wrap up with a feeding as well. You know, knock out two birds, one stone. So here she is in all her beauty. So yeah, we're gonna clean her tank, make it look real nice and clean for her. So I'm just gonna show you guys the process and how I do that. So I put her up, and so now we're gonna go ahead and clean this enclosure out. So sometimes I've had people ask like, oh, like what, you know, what substrate do you use? Well, this is the substrate I use. So it's cypress mulch, forest floor. I'll use like a sponge. You know, I like to usually get like that calcium buildup. That you know, I like to use like the scratchy part, whatever, of the sponge to get that stuff off. Like, you know, you'll kind of see like that calcium buildup, like that kind of stuff. You know. I don't know, I just noticed in the past this is what's worked for me. Obviously, paper towels. And then most importantly, is I just started using this. It's chlorhexidine. Before I was using bleach, and yeah, I don't know, I don't really like the fumes with like bleach. 1 ounce, 1 tablespoon of chlorhexidine solution per gallon clean water. So pretty much I did the math, I broke it down up. The math was, I believe, it's like half a tablespoon to a cup of water. So you can use that math if you want in the future. But yeah, so I put its own separate bottle, different from my mister bottle. That's very different. It's very obvious to tell this is for cleaning and that's for misting. So I would advise to not get the two mixed up. Kind of suck your misting or your animals down with this stuff. But granted, this stuff is non-toxic and doesn't have any fumes. So, you know, I like it personally. And then there you go, there's Kiki, all looking beautiful. Okay, so one of the first things I do is I got this like big tin, you know, something like this, whatever, that you can put all the objects in, the decorations and stuff like that, like the little wood stuff. Now I'm using the chlorhexidine. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll fill this up with water, say probably like maybe a gallon or two, probably a gallon of water, and I'll put some of that solution in there, and I'll let it sit for some time, like maybe like 10 minutes or so. Usually I'm cleaning all this other stuff up, and then I'll let this kind of soak, and then by the time I'm done with that, like then this is ready to be dumped out and rinsed and air dried. So yeah, I guess I'll just get into it. So apparently this stuff, it's the same stuff like veterinarians use, like, and it's this antiseptic disinfectant. And so, I mean, if veterinarians are using it, but like, you know, I should be using it, you know. It's better just to do it right, you know? Anyways, so I guess let's get down to it. Okay, as you can see, we got all of our old substrate in here. We got, that's where her decorations and water bowls at right there. And then this right here, I did this as like a decoration in the background. I don't advise this, like don't, like these, do not get these. These take up a lot of room and it's just a pain in the butt to clean. So what I did instead is I got a background from like a, you know, it's like a, what do you call it, like an aquarium, like the backgrounds of that for aquariums. I got one of those, so I'm just gonna tape that back here. As you can see inside here, like on the sides, even here, these side panels, I put, it's like a window tint. I went to Lowe's and I got some, and then I cut it, or measured it out and cut it, and I think it works great. I did it for both my tanks, so for this one and this one. Yeah, like it, you know, traditionally it helps keep the snakes feeling, you know, less stressed out, not feeling things coming at them from all angles of the tank. So yeah, that's just my, you know, strategy. I also have one of these, and what I did is I got a piece of plexiglass cut at Lowe's as well. And what I do is I put it on top of the, you know, on top of half of the screen, so that way, you know, keeping a lot of that humidity inside of the enclosure versus losing a lot of it. A lot of these glass terrariums, you know, they have a lot of ventilation, which is a good thing, but kind of bad when you're trying to accumulate humidity. So now that we've taken out all the substrate and cleaned it all out, and we've been letting the decorations disinfect. And so what we're gonna do now is, I remember that background I was telling you guys about. I went to the store and I got one of these backgrounds. Wow. Look at these backgrounds like this. Yeah. Because before I had that, so it looks really nice, you know. Before I was using, it was like a cork background I was telling you about. See how thick it is? It's thick, and it also bend. So not only is it taking up like, I don't know, like a quarter of an inch or half an inch, but it also takes up more because that board, what it ends up doing is it bends. So when it's in the tank, it's gonna bend like this, it like warps. So let's say the corner of the screen is the back of the glass. Well, it'll warp like that. So not only are you losing a little inch, but you're also losing more because like that warping that kind of takes place. Anyway, so I'm gonna cut this and tape it to the back outside of the tank. You should never put tape or anything taped inside your tank. All right, cool, let's go dry it off and put it in the enclosure. Thing that I do in this, like for example, this green one has like 2 holes, right? And typically you don't want to have like 2 holes. So what I do is I kind of bury it under the substrate, so it's only one like entrance, if you will. And I don't know, they tend to like it a lot, you know, kind of can burrow in there. Anyway, it's just a little thing I do for on the cooler side, if you will. Yo, so it was an experience. It was fun. We came, we saw, we conquered. We cleaned out a crazy enclosure. She did really good. You know, she was chilling in her little tank back there. If I was to add anything else, let's keep it positive. You know, each video, we always want to end it on a positive note. So I would say the positive thing today, what I want you to do is maybe you clean up your room, clean up your car, clean up your living room, clean up something, a place where you tend to spend a lot of time at, you know, kind of revamp that area. You'll see how good you'll feel. You'll feel really good. I know I do. Like when I clean up my room, or I clean up the living room, or I clean up my car and I go back in it and it's just like clean, that cleanliness feeling, oh, it feels so good. Versus like when you're just kind of down and, you know, it's just, you're kind of just like sulking in that just like dirtiness. So guys, like I said, like I promised, we're gonna end it with a feeding. And so that's exactly what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. In the process right now. Throwing this bad baby for Kiki. That's it. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the feeding. You know, I think she's loving her clean enclosure. And like I said, I'm about to enjoy the rest of my Saturday. You guys should enjoy yours. Enjoy your day, night, whatever it is. Maybe it's not even Saturday for you, or you're watching this video like later. Enjoy that day. Anywho, thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. Peace. Black Hippie out.